Hello everyone. So today I wanted to talk about choices. This is a really popular tool that a lot of parents love to use. It's a great tool, but it often doesn't get used properly. And so today I'm going to cover a little intro to choices, and I'm going to talk about some pitfalls to choices that parents often fall into that make this tool ineffective. So first, choices are just a great tool to use from about 18 months all the way up through elementary school. Now this will change as they age, obviously, because you don't want to be telling your 9 or 10-year-old that they have a choice between the red and the blue shirt. Obviously, those are going to change as you age. But a lot of parents kind of know how to use them, so there's a lot of benefits to using choices. The first one is that it offers children a feeling of control. Children have very little control over their lives. We say where to be, when to be, what to eat, when to take a nap, and so offering choices gives them some feeling of control in their lives, but it also allows us to set boundaries around those choices that they can make so that they have a safe place to make these choices. So the next is that choices build cooperation. Because they're getting some level of control over certain areas of their lives, they are much more likely to cooperate. Not just in that choice, but then when they don't have a choice, like it's time to get in the car, it's time to get the shoes on, you offer them the choice about which shoes, but not whether or not they get their shoes on. They're just much more likely to cooperate with what they need to do in that moment if they're getting a lot of choices throughout the day. Also, they give them some practice at decision making. So they get to make some decisions. And then, so as they get older, things like, let's say they walk into the store and they have $10. They get to choose where they're going to spend that $10 in the store. Then maybe a couple days later, they might regret how they spent that $10. Well, you know what? It wasn't the end of the world. It was only $10. So they learned a lesson. So we're giving them this opportunity to make some choices and to some decision making that isn't going to completely, ruin their whole, isn't going to be something that's so difficult to get out of. So, it's not like being 25 and they go out and buy a car they really can't afford and make a big mistake, a really bad choice. We give them these opportunities to make choices throughout childhood so that once they get to be older, they've had all this practice at making choices. And so by the time they're tweens and teens and we move them forward in life, they are able to make some really solid choices and understand the negatives to certain, the outcomes of certain choices. Okay, so let's talk about some pitfalls. The first pitfall is that you offer a choice and your child doesn't like the choice, so you give a second set of choices. If you do that, you want to stick with the first set of choices. So that might sound like this. You give a set of choices. Do you want toast or oatmeal for breakfast? No. Okay, well, do you want pancakes or waffles? No. Okay, well then do you want cereal? Okay, so obviously we don't want to do that because then we're just kind of letting them run amok. We're letting them just really not make a choice and really kind of show them that they have control over the situation and that our choices don't really matter. So when you offer your first set of choices, toast or oatmeal, and they say no, you say, I'm offering toast or oatmeal today. Which would you like? If they don't choose, then you can let them know that then you can let them know that you're going to have to make the choice for them. So that's the other one. The next level, one of the other pitfalls is if a child is taking too long. And sometimes parents will step in and just make the choice without a warning. You want to give a warning. This is taking too long. If you don't make a choice in the next minute, I will have to make the choice for you. And then you can follow up with 1, 2, 3 magic if you need to. And that full class is on this on the YouTube channel as well. So you can watch that full class if you're not sure how to use 1, 2, 3 magic. So you've offered a choice, they said no, then you let them know that these are the choices for today, that they need to choose, then they're taking too long. So if you have a child taking too long to make a choice, whether they said no or just were like, I don't know, you want to step in and let them know there's a time limit to making the choice, and if they don't, you'll make it for them, but give a warning. If you don't give a warning, you've just given them power and pulled it back from them, and then that gets you into a whole area where you're probably going to see a really big meltdown. You don't want to be giving power and taking it away, so you want to give that warning. You need to make a choice in the next minute, or I'll make the choice for you. And rather than just saying, okay, you've taken too long, here's your toast. Again, that's where you're going to end up with the meltdown. The third pitfall is a forced choice. So the first choice is, a forced choice might be something like, I need you to clean up your toys, or I'm going to pick them up and put them in the garage for the next 2 days. that's not really a choice, right? Because they don't want their toys in the garage for 2 days. You want to give them a choice about when to clean up the toys. It's time for dinner. I need you to clean up your toys either in 3 minutes or 5 minutes. They'll always pick 5 minutes, of course, because they want to have the longest time possible, but you're giving them a choice about when to pick up the toys. You don't want to offer those forced choices because it's going to build some resentment, and they know it's not a real choice. The last pitfall that parents can often fall under is when you offer a choice, they give you the choice, you give it to them, and then they change their mind after the fact. You never want to go back and say, okay, and then give them what they asked for after the choice. If your child makes a choice, they need to stick to it. So let's say you said toast or oatmeal, and they said toast. You give them the toast, and then they say, oh, no, I want oatmeal. You got to stick with the toast because that's what they said. Otherwise, there's no point in having a choice if they make a choice and then they get to change their mind afterwards. So they need to learn that when they make a choice, they're sticking with the choice that you gave them, because this is really that power play. This is kids trying to see, where can I pull back power? Where can I find the way around this? What can I do to pull back some power? So you want to stick with that first choice and just say, you know what? I gave you the choice. You asked for toast today, so today we're going to have toast. If you would like oatmeal, we can do that tomorrow. So if you are enjoying these tips, please like, subscribe, and share, and also see the classes on the website at yourvillageonline.com. Thanks for listening. That's my dog. That's my dog crying. Thanks so much for watching.